Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going live today talking about some cards I've been looking at for a while. for a while. I got 5 cards I'm going to talk about today. I got some basketball, football, baseball, hockey, and even some Pokemon. I've been looking at some Pokemon, some stuff that I think is overlooked right now and has huge potential. Pokemon cards have huge potential regardless because there's just a huge fan base for Pokemon cards. So I've been looking into those basketball cards. I've been going back, like I said in my other live stream. I think it was a live stream. I'm going vintage again, and I think there's huge potential in vintage basketball cards. I always have. I got sucked into the rookie card hype, and ignored my previous strategy of going basketball. I picked up a bunch though, however, for dirt cheap, and they're going up. So I'm going to start off with some basketball, and a lot of you guys probably already know these cards, have the potential in these cards. But I just wanted to make a video. I was going to do a video, but I decided to go live. So I'm going live, talking, hanging out with you guys Saturday afternoon. Going to say what's up. Joel Kaplan, what's going on, man? Daniel C. Buy Pokemon. Yep. If you don't know anything about Pokemon, I mean, and you don't have any desire to collect Pokemon, then you don't have to. There's tons of other trading cards out there that I think has a huge potential in the future. But yeah, a lot of guys think that know the potential of Pokemon. Rick Jones, what's going on, man? ABC's 1, 2, 3. What's going on, Anthony? Y'all want to check out some strategy right now? I got, like I said, baseball, basketball, football, Pokemon, and hockey. So let's go ahead and jump into the desktop. And first things first, guys, you got to respect the legends. These these basketball cards are guaranteed great investments. Okay, so in my opinion, you can't go wrong with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is, if you don't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and you're a basketball card collector and you don't have him in your collection, you got to pick some up. He is, in my opinion, statistically, one of the best of all time. He's cemented in history, okay? 38,000 points scored in his career. LeBron James is creeping up on him. He's got 34,000. He's got 8,000 more to go, which if he does 2,000 points per year and plays an additional 3 years, he'll beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What's the likelihood of that happening? It's unclear. But look at his resume, guys. He was an all-star every year of his career except for 1977. 6-time NBA champ, 6-time MVP, most valuable player. I mean, this guy. When you look at other resumes of basketball players, I mean, his is just one of the best out there, next to Michael Jordan, and you can't go wrong with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So if you want to pick these up, which I highly suggest you do, you start out with Lou Alcindor because that was his name, and then he changed it in 1972, I think. So 1972 is the very first Kareem Abdul-Jabbar basketball card. However, 1969 is his rookie card, so go for the 1969, 1970 stuff, 1971 even. So I see this auction right here. It's raw, ungraded. It's in terrible condition. However, a lot of these guys are overlooking these cards. Okay, it's 1970, his second year card. It has Jerry West and Elvin Hayes, both Hall of Fame players on it. This card's not going to grade very well. So you have to be patient when buying vintage stuff and be very strategic. Don't just go out there and start buying whatever you find. But I definitely suggest looking at the second year 1970 stuff, the tall boy cards, guys. A lot of collectors like the tall boy cards, the vintage basketball. So the rebound leaders, the scoring leaders, you can find Lou Alcindor cards. His 1971 Topps card, Lou Alcindor. 1969 tall boy, those cards are already ridiculously expensive. 1970, this is another great looking card if you can find raw and ungraded and pick it up. This is in beautiful shape, though. These cards are very, very delicate, guys. So if you're buying raw, ungraded, be careful. And also be careful of the reprints. There's some fakes out there you want to be very careful with. So, like I was saying, you have to have some Lou Alcindor in your collection if you don't already. And there's tons of options out there. Let's see. So, if the '70s stuff, which, guys, I think these cards are really cheap. I've been looking at these. You just got to find the good centering, good sharp corners, and if it comes back a PSA 8, PSA 9, man, and you paid $15 for it, that's a nice little, long-term investment. And there are other guys out there, vintage collectors who have been buying these cards for a while, and the competition is tough. Also, if you guys have any, or if you're out at a flea market or garage sale, or a family member has these cards, you let them know that there's value here, guys. Look at this, his PSA 7 1969 tops, $30,000 with 25 watchers. A nice centering on this card too. That's a nice, and they're very tough to be centered. Some are like in horrible centering. So Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If you want to be even more, if you want to get modern stuff, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like I said, his first Kareem card is 1972 tops, which I picked up a PSA 8 a couple months ago for $200. They're now over, I think, like $600-700 a piece. So I got in early on that one. I'm glad I have it. I probably won't sell it anytime soon because I have a hard time letting go of the vintage. Let's see this, PSA 6 at $600. So these cards, here's a PSA 8 off center. I steer clear of these OC cards. I'm not a big fan because the eye appeal, it's just, it's a big factor when it comes to value is the eye appeal of the card. So make sure, if you see them for dirt cheap, why not? But I would prefer to get the nice and centered cards, sharp corners. Now you can also go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 1986 Fleer, guys. The 1986 Fleer set is going to be stapled in history as one of the most iconic basketball sets of all time. Michael Jordan card, tons of rookies, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon. Even though they weren't drafted in the '86, it's the first issue of a lot of players. It's just loaded. This set is loaded, and they're very tough to grade too. So if you can find high grades, PSA 9s, PSA 8s, and you're patient, I think these are great investments. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, any player really, but like I said, you can get creative with the Kareem cards. 80, even 87 stuff, anything. Like I picked up his 87 Fleer sticker PSA 9. Man, it was like $30 or $40. Now it's over $100. So you can't go wrong with the Abdul-Jabbar. Another card that I was kind of holding in my back pocket is, so let's go ahead and just finish off Lou Alcindor. His resume is just out of this world. You can't go wrong. That's a solid investment. He's cemented in history, basketball history, and his cards are only going to continue to go up. The next person, which is going to be a curveball, some guys probably will agree, some won't. John Stockton, guys. John Stockton. He is no NBA championship. However, this 6'1" white guy could play basketball. All right, he's a Hall of Fame. Not many All-Star years, but look at this. Assists. He led the league in assists. Let's see how many times. 9 times. 9-time assist champ. And he is the leader, which I think he will hold this position on the leaderboard for many years. He's the all-time assist leader. 15,806 assists. Next in line is Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Mark Jackson, Chris Paul, and LeBron James are creeping up, but they're nowhere near 15,000. So John Stockton, his 1988 Fleer card, it's going up, and they're tough to grade. I've been picking up some PSA 8s and some raw cards, ungraded. They're around $20, depending on the condition. Guys, collectors are out there looking for these John Stockton cards, guys. This stuff is going up. So if you have some, definitely submit to PSA. Because they're not. He also leads the league in steals. Steals? Yeah. Yep. John Stockton, 3,265 steals, career steals, up just above Jason Kidd. Now these stats, the steals and assist stats, they're not like you know, it, to me they're important. I like paying attention to these stats. I like the guys who are at the very top of the list all time. And I think a lot of other collectors and investors pay attention to these stats as well. So John Stockton is the all-time assist and all-time blocks leader, all right? So check his stuff out. You can't go wrong with John Stockton stuff. 80, he doesn't have an 86. No, he doesn't. He has 88. That's his first year card. It's considered his rookie card, even though he was drafted in 80. Five? No. When was John Stockton drafted? 85. Yeah. Okay, so he was, 84. 1984 NBA draft. Wow, so he was right there with the same draft year as Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley. Yeah, okay, John Stockton. He was drafted number 16, first round, number 16. So, but Michael Jordan was drafted in 84, and 86 is considered his rookie card. Also, 89. Let's see the 89 Fleer. There's other options out there as well. I wouldn't go too deep into his stuff. I would mainly focus on his 88 Fleer rookie card. A Patreon of mine had mentioned that they're picking up the Beam Team stuff, which you can't go wrong with any of the Stadium Club Beam Team with the Shaq rookie in it. John Stockton, that Beam Team set is absolutely loaded with Hall of Famers. So those two guys right there, John Stockton and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, some of the greatest basketball players of all time, and cemented in history. So that's the basketball. You can't go wrong with vintage. If you feel uncomfortable buying raw ungraded cards, practice makes perfect. When I first started buying raw vintage stuff, it was all a learning curve. So it's part of the process. I'm in it for the long-term haul, the long-term game. You have to think years ahead of today, and just be patient and be willing to take risks. So, dang, this PSA 7's 50. So you can see this is off-center. But top to bottom, which, that looks like a PSA 8 to me. You got to look at these cards and get a feeling for, what PSA 9s look like, which they're going to have to be really centered. PSA is tough on these cards. Centering is tough because it's huge. If all grading companies, centering is a big factor in eye appeal. And they don't want to have an off-centered card. However, some do. Some PSA 10s have a little bit of off-centering issue, but you got to factor in the other things like surface, corners, and edges as well. But practice makes perfect. Buy the raw cards, submit them to PSA, see what you get. I'm always surprised at the cards I submit to PSA when they come back 10s. The order I just submitted in January, I'm going to get here soon. I'm blown away by how many 10s I got. And I bought all those cards, for the most part, all of them, on eBay, raw and ungraded. And I got a bunch of 10s, so I'm going to share with you guys later on down the road. So football. I was talking to DJ Quicksilver. It's 4K Sports Cards. We were talking last night in my premiere video I did on my recent pickups, how Drew Brees, and I need to show you guys my Drew Brees collection because... Okay, so this is football. The football cards to look at are the Drew Brees. You cannot go wrong with the Drew Brees rookie cards. They're only going up. I know I should have been buying more, but if you look at his stats, he is arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, look at what he has accomplished with the team that he's had, okay? The receivers, now he just got Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara, so those are useful tools. However, he wasn't really surrounded with Pro Bowl talent, all-star talent his entire career. So with what he's accomplished, look at all these bold stats. Like he's like, to me personally, I think Drew Brees is the greatest quarterback of all time. Okay, 5,000 yard seasons. Okay, there's only like 9 quarterbacks who have ever, or 9 times it's ever been done, and Drew Brees owns 4 of them. Something like that. Very, very impressive statistics. He has 1 Super Bowl champ, it's a great thing. His cards, I think, will always be valuable. However, I would like to see him win one more at least, and then his cards are just going to take off. And like I said, Drew Brees, he's surrounded with talent. Last year, the referees got to him. He knocked him out of the playoffs because of a bad call. But this year, I think that's going to be his year. So any Drew Brees cards, if you guys haven't checked out my Drew Brees video, I actually have one up on the top 25 Drew Brees cards to buy. Let's see. If you want to check that out, it's old video. So it's not like it's like not the best quality. I think I recorded it in January of this year. Yeah, I got a lot of videos. But yeah, go check out my Drew Brees video if you guys want to know which cards to pick up now. Here it is right there. Top 25 most collectible Drew Brees cards. You can't go wrong with any of them. The prices are already up. There's tons of options out there. You can't go wrong with the base Topps, the base Bowman. Topps Chrome is out of this world expensive. Same with the Bowman Chrome refractors. The Topps Chrome refractors are expensive. But guys, look at his stats. If you want to know what quarterback to invest in now, just compare him to him or Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. I mean, you can't go wrong with either three. However, I think Tom Brady cards are more expensive, and I like that low-hanging fruit. Drew Brees has always been more affordable than Tom Brady, and I just, that's a big reason why I'm hoarding his stuff. So the 2001 Topps, they've been doing nothing but going up. The PSA 9s, PSA 8s, they're tough to grade. And there's lots of serial numbered options out there as well, which are the ones you want to go for first. But you can't go wrong with the Drew Brees cards. His stats say it all. Okay, he cemented himself. And look at the leaderboards. Go to the leaders. I've said this numerous times. Okay, passing yards, career, Drew Brees at 77,000. It's going up. Next in line is Tom Brady. Third is Peyton Manning and Brett Favre. Okay, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, Big Ben, Matt Ryan. I don't think they're going to even come close to 77,000 yards. And those are all active quarterbacks that could do it if they had the Russell Wilson. Maybe he's drafted in 2012. He's already up to 29,000. And you can filter through. So passing touchdowns, who has the most career passing touchdowns? Drew Brees does at 547. Tom Brady is right there behind him, but they already passed Peyton Manning. It's a battle between Brees and Brady right now for passing touchdowns, passer rating, which this stat is might be a little bit off because Aaron Rodgers has played less years. Russell Wilson has played less years than Brees, so the passer rating is, you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt. And just all these other stats you can look at, but the passing touchdowns, yards, passes completed, Drew Brees at 6,800. He's a leader of so many of these, and he's making it impossible for any quarterback to break. Because look at the guys he's beat: Brett Favre, Manning, Marino, Elway, Warren Moon, Bledsoe, Joe Montana. Joe Montana's way down, and he's got double the Montana stats, which is crazy to me. So you can't go wrong with Drew Brees stuff, guys. He's cemented in the books as the best of all time, in my opinion. He doesn't have 6 rings like Brady does, I know, but he is statistically, in my opinion, the best, and that's debatable. Everybody has their own opinion. So Drew Brees, football cards, you can't go wrong. 2001. Even the second year stuff, guys, the second, third year stuff, like the Topps Chrome, second year card, I've been picking up Drew Brees. Now, the Topps Chrome is 2002 Topps is hideous. It's green. I submitted like 30 of these to PSA and didn't get 110. Like, they're all 9s and 8s. Look at that PSA 9 someone listed for $200. I got a lot of these black refractors. I got one PSA 10 black refractor. I sold it. PSA 9s way too early. I should have held on to them. But the second year stuff, guys, look at this, $495 for a PSA 9, 11 watchers. These are serial numbered out of $599. And you can also do the Bowman chrome refractors. Like one of my earliest videos I've ever did was me buying these early Drew Brees refractors and a bunch of other players too. The 2002 Bowman chrome X-Fractor serial number out of 250. Football, guys, there's so much low-hanging fruit out there. Once it's put in a PSA case, the value is just going to go up. Topps Chrome, PSA 2002 refractor. There's there's yellow, or the yellow one, X-Fractor. I remember it's 2003. Which these were some of the earliest cards that came encased. Yeah, these beautiful beauties, dude. Out of 101, they're tough to find. But I did get one Drew Brees. I submitted it to the PSA, and it came back a PSA 9, which I'm okay with. Let's see. Yeah, so 2002, 2003 Topps Chrome stuff. Lots of low-hanging fruit out there. More specifically, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Tom Brady cards are expensive across the board, but there are tons of other potential candidates out there. So baseball, guys. I talked about this card a lot in one of my videos with Les Alex. Albert Pujols, guys. Look at these: 3-time MVP, 2-time World Series, Golden Glove, 3-time. I mean, Albert Pujols. Okay, so looking at his stats, you see these bold stats. That's what you want to see. That means he led the league in these in that category. Okay, a lot of you already know that. If you go to the leaders, now he's up there, and he's getting close to being top 5 in a lot of these stats. And there's so many stats to look at. What I like to go for first are home runs, because that's a stat that a lot of guys pay attention to. So career home runs, you got Barry Bonds, number 1, Hank Aaron, number 2, Babe Ruth. Albert Pujols is at number 6 right now. He's got 659. He needs 2 more to beat Willie Mays. Albert Pujols, okay? And I think he's going to get that 2, and then he could potentially be A-Rod if now, even if he doesn't, even if he ends his career today, he's still top 10 home run, I guess, king. Okay, he's in the top 10. Also, Albert Pujols has career RBIs. He's he's 3rd right now, 2,091. He's got like 150 roughly more to go to beat Babe Ruth. And then Hank Aaron is at 20, almost 2,300. So look at that. Look at that. Pujols, he's number 3 right now, RBIs. Let's see, what else is he up there in? On bases, I think. On base percentage, stolen singles. Oh, I think he's up there in singles. No, doubles. Yeah, singles is a tough one. A lot of old school guys are up there. So let's see. He's up there in doubles for sure. Number 6 in doubles, which, that's a stat that these stats are just kind of like, you can take them or you can leave them. This is something I like to pay attention to when I try to decide what cards to buy now, invest in now, raw and ungraded, or even PSA graded, and hold, like a long-term hold, guys. I'm talking long-term hold, even short-term, okay? Potentially, like the Kareem cards, if you wanted to buy and flip, then in a couple months, you could. Not in a month, though. Definitely not in a month. If you want to do that, you got to buy, brand new rookies that haven't even played anything yet, any games. Let's see. I can't remember right now. Bases, on balls. Let's see. I think I had a stat up here. Let's check out my. Oh, there's my thumbnail. There it is. So total bases, he's at number 5. Can you guys see that? Right below Barry Bonds. So he's up there, guys. That's what I'm trying to say is Albert Pujols is up there. He's still active. He plays with Mike Trout on the Angels, and I think that his cards are dirt cheap. Well, not dirt cheap. They're going up. They were dirt cheap, in my opinion. So you want to go 2001, Albert Pujols. Now there's a Topps traded Chrome. There's Bowman. All kinds of angles you can take here, but I would suggest starting with the Topps traded, checking the prices out. Okay, where's the market at right now? 96 for raw ungraded. 410 for a BGS 9.5. I'm gonna say. Oh wait, we're in football cards. Maybe that's why. Let's go baseball cards, or you can do all. I mean, let's just do all that way, because sometimes people list baseball cards under football cards and vice versa, which is a good way to hack finding cards that are being looked over. Is looking in certain other categories. So what I'm gonna do is go to lowest first, buy it now. That way it's filtering, and these are not reprints, but a 2005. You want to skip all this stuff. And there's also one with a Chiro on it, which I bought. I think I have it at PSA right now. But these are also a good potential, because Chiro's potential, I think, yeah, he's Hall of Fame, isn't he? Fairly positive. And he has the Japanese market collectors. Is he still playing? Yeah, he definitely had a great beginning of his year, career, start off. So I think there's potential, because Albert Pujols and Ichiro, great collecting potential, great market. Those are definitely a good option, but I would go with, like this right here. I would say I look at it, I'm like 118. It looks like it's worth investigating, so I click on it. White corners, white borders, white edges. Now this is going to apply to all cards, guys. You don't want that. Now this is, in my opinion, probably going to be a 7, a PSA 7. So is it worth 118? I would much rather get it at a lower price. Now, if it did look Gem Mint 10, then maybe, because the Gem Mint 10s, and I've done this numerous times, guys. I bought raw ungraded cards off of eBay, submitted to PSA, and it got a Gem Mint 10. You just have to know what you're looking for and know what PSA looks for too. And it's tough to find on screen. Okay, so there's also Topps Traded Chrome, Pujols and Ichiro rookie card, and base a regular Albert Pujols. So those are options. Alex was going. His strategy was going for the Bowman, which is another great option. Bowman. However, it's black borders, so these are going to be even more tough to grade, which could be more appealing in a PSA 9, PSA 10 case, because they're going to be more rare due to the difficulty. So this is another great option. It has a nice classic Bowman rookie card stamp up there. Chipping on the edges. This is probably going to be a 7. I would say a 7. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the penny sleeve. But if you can get these 11 watchers, buy it now, $53. That's tough. It might be a 7. Be lucky if it was an 8. So what I would do is I would go look at the market and be like, well, how much are the PSA 8s, PSA 7s selling for? Oh, these are all ungraded, 120. Which, if a seller knows that his card has the potential to be a PSA 9, they're gonna list the mark the price up. They're gonna mark it up, and they're gonna grade the card themselves and say, this is definitely gonna be a PSA 9. I'm gonna try to sell it for $200, or buy the BGS 9 SGC cards, crack the case, send them to PSA. I even think, oh, look at this one, Bowman's Best. I haven't even looked at this one. This is 2001 Bowman's Best, which is a great option. Serial numbered out of 3,000. Not bad. How much was this one? 400. I would make an offer, maybe 200. But those serial numbered cards are a nice hold. So Albert Pujols is definitely a great buy, in my opinion, for the price. Some other guys to consider are Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, stuff, solid investments. Also, great cards to collect, in my opinion, because they're household names, and I think Pujols is going to eventually get up there with them, because he's just it's the proof is in the pudding. His stats. When you pull him up and you pull up other baseball players, it's a no-brainer. Even though his all-star the career kind of got cut short. I'm not sure what happened in 2015. Was that a really good year that year? But that you got to remember, guys. It's not all about how many times that they were all-stars. You got to look at the other stats. You got to look at the big picture. The all-star is what I go to for first, and then these accolades up here. So can't go wrong with Albert Pujols. So that's baseball. I'm not sure what card I'm on. I'm just kind of rambling. Can't go wrong with the Pujols. Who else is on my radar? Hockey. So I've been looking at hockey lately, guys. Just pulling my hair out, trying to figure out what hockey cards to invest in now. And I can go new rookie card hype, or I can go the expensive Connor McDavid stuff, the stuff that everybody's kind of focusing on now. So what do? I look at the hockey stats. I'm looking at the leaderboards. So let's go to NHL. Now this is what I do for every sport every year. I go to the reference.com, the hockeyreference.com, basketball reference. I go to the leaderboard, who's leading career of all time, and I look at stuff like points, okay? Just the surface level stats. I don't try to dig too deep. Wayne Gretzky, okay. He's got 2,857 points. Next in line is Jaromir Jagr. I'm not sure how to say his name. Mark Messier, Gordie Howe. He's arguably the greatest hockey player of all time. He's number 4. So I'm like, Wayne Gretzky, okay, I know that name. That's a household name. Everybody knows Gretzky. I'm going to assists. Who's had the most assists? Dang, Wayne Gretzky. 1,963. Next in line is 1,249. So obviously, I go to Wayne Gretzky rookie card, and we all know that it's out of the question. Okay, nobody can afford it. 1979 OPG. Now the tops maybe, but you guys, okay. Long story short, Wayne Gretzky OPG cards. Okay, not tops. I'm talking OPG. Why? Because OPG had a significantly less print run than tops, significantly less, guys. And the hockey collectors, they value OPG over tops. OPG was also more difficult to sell. I'm not sell, but they manufactured the OPG cards a lot sloppier than tops did, so they're more difficult to grade. So I type in Wayne Gretzky OPG PSA 9. Start off with the 9s, okay? Any year OPG. Lowest first. Okay. I'm trying to find a good example here. Now, you want to go for the base cards first, not the subsets like the in-action or scoring leaders or rebound leaders. However, if you see them at a good price, PSA 9s, buy it now. I would go ahead and scoop them up. So here's a good example right here. 1984 OPG Wayne Gretzky, 6 watchers. Buy it now, $40. I think $40. OPG, look how the centering, it's kind of miscut a little bit, but still, PSA knows, guys. So if you're buying raw ungraded, you got to let some of that stuff slide, because PSA knows how the OPG kind of manufactured their cards with, I don't know, they used like worse technology than tops did, because a lot of the cards have rough edges and they're just sloppy. But PSA doesn't really. 1980. Okay, here's the tops. PSA 9. Wayne Gretzky. You can't go wrong with any Wayne Gretzky card, guys. 1979, 1980, 81, 82. I like the 84 set. That's the year I was born, so I'm attracted to the 84. I've been looking at the 84 a lot. This is the OPG scoring leader subset. It's not the base stuff. The base stuff is slowly going up for every year. And what I do is I go to the Pop Report and PSAcard.com, type in Wayne Gretzky, and it's going to pull up all the data I need, okay? And I filter through and I say, okay, boom, 1979 OPG. All this other stuff, it's just, pay no attention. Just know to look for OPG or tops, okay? So there's a 79 OPG, 79 tops. Look at the Pop Reports. Tops is considerably higher than OPG. I'll pull it up just real quick to show you guys. Wayne. Wow, there's a lot of Waynes. Look at how many Waynes there are. Wayne, Steves, Cashman, Gretzky. Okay, so 555, 6,000, it's about 6,500 total in population, OPG. Now, what about the tops? Um, if if I'm not mistaken, and this is more concrete evidence of to why I prefer OPG over tops. And the OPG cards are going to say OPG on them. Tops are going to say tops. Oh wow! No, yeah, they're about the same. What? 18? Okay, so number 18, number 18. Wayne Gretzky. Wow, why would OPG sell for more than? Okay, so tops. Look at this 10. $200,000 for this 10 in 2016. But what about the OPG? I could have sworn the OPG was the coveted Gretzky rookie card, like the best one to get. Wow, huh? Well, I get tops or OPG then. But look at the pop reports more thorough. I might be messing something up. I prefer OPG hockey because of, like I was saying, they're tougher to grade, and I honestly still think that they're more rare than tops. So Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Mark Messier, players like that, old school stuff. Hockey, you can't. I think are great high grade stuff. 9s, maybe an 8. 10s, definitely, guys. There's so much vintage hockey that's with high grades selling for dirt cheap. I've been watching. Let's see. Let's see what's in my watch list. I don't even know sometimes. Yeah, there's some hockey right there, vintage stuff. I've been watching a lot lately. Okay, here's an OPG 8 high end. That's the base card, $192. And then here's the in action subset for 51, PSA 9. 1968 OPG Val Fontaine. PSA 9, guys. A PSA 9 sold for $36 from a 1968 OPG set. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't paying attention, but I wish I had bid on this. I'm not sure who this player is, or if he is Hall of Fame, but still, guys, for this year, this set, a PSA 9, that's a super high grade. And I think the hockey vintage is going to get more and more attention, just like I think hockey basketball, guys, it's going to go up. Baseball, you can't go wrong with the hockey baseball. Hockey, vintage baseball. Football, I think, has a long ways to go. John Stockton stuff, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stuff. I'm watching all these auctions, looking at the market. Chris Paul. I was watching this stuff. I was like, maybe the OKC will knock the Thunder or the Rockets out, but James Harden came back and saved the day. 1969 Topps Jerry West. Now, guys, for those who are still in here, 1969, first year basketball Topps cards, okay? This is the first year Topps basketball. Great set to buy, regardless of the player. High grade stuff. PSA 6, not the best, but guys, these are super sensitive cards, and they're hard to find in such good condition. And it's 1969 Topps, the very first Topps basketball set. How do I know that? Go to psacard.com, pop report. Let's see here. Let's go to basketball cards. I'm going to double check and make sure I'm... Okay, so 48. Topps didn't start making basketball. So 1961 was Fleer, which was Wilt Chamberlain card. 1961 Fleer is a great set. See these high number populations right here? That's how I know that the cards these years have a lot of sets in them. So I go to 1957. What's 1957? Tops. Oh, okay. So 1957 Tops is the first year basketball cards. $1948 was Fleer. Yep, okay. 1961 Fleer, and then a bunch of random sets, which I suggest you guys look into these. These are the random sets if you want to try to find some low-hanging fruit. 1948 Bowman basketball. Okay, cool. So guys, I'm constantly learning as well. Look at these cool cards. I remember these. Baseball has these as well. Let's see if there's any. Okay, get out of here. Like Hall of Fame players in here that we should consider. And vintage is not my expertise. I'm just slowly looking into everything and, broadening my horizon, getting knowledgeable and as much about the hobby as possible. So 1948 Bowman is the very first basketball card set, which is a great, I think, piece of information to consider when thinking long term. 1948 Bowman, 1957 Tops, and then 1961 Fleer. So 1961 Fleer is the first Fleer basketball, which has the Oscar Robertson rookie, Wilt Chamberlain rookie, and some other stuff, which are very Jerry West rookie. I'm imagining, or I'm assuming, because these are nice looking cards. Early stuff. I mean, these are solid investments, guys. And great cards to collect, I think. Like, if I got my hands on one of these cards, the vintage, high-grade stuff, it'd be very tough for me to let go because I know how difficult they are to grade and the rarity of these high-graded cards, all right? So you can't go wrong with the basketball vintage, baseball vintage, hockey vintage. And then football vintage is kind of a tough one. Like I said earlier, the market really isn't there yet. I mean, it is on a lot of cards, okay? I think the guys out there collecting and investing in vintage football isn't as broad as the guys collecting and investing in basketball. And I think a lot of guys that come into the hobby, they start buying the new stuff, right? They're like, get all hype on the hype players. Well, after a couple months, maybe a year or two, same thing happened with me. I started considering vintage. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to start looking at the vintage guys because I don't have to worry about them getting injured and their stats or their career stats going down the drain, which results in their rookie card value or their cards in general going down the drain. And I think a lot of guys are going to be doing that in the hobby that are entering now. They're going to start looking at the vintage because there's safer investments if you're looking. Now, if you are a sports card investing, buying new stuff, it's not applicable. I don't think it's, it's like penny stocks essentially compared to the stronger stocks, the vintage guys. That's actually investing because if you look at these prices, so if you look at the prices, they're going up, and inflation is not a factor. They're not going up because of inflation. There's no way. Like a lot of these cards, they're tripling and doubling and tripling and quadrupling in value, especially with how the hobby is booming right now. So if you're not knowledgeable in the vintage stuff, guys, I highly suggest looking at the vintage, any sport, whatever you're interested in. Just look, get knowledgeable. It's a great resource to do in the exact same way I did it. I went to PSA Card, I went to the Pop Report, and I started, look at all these cards down here. You can look at coins, even golf cards, non-sports cards, which is Pokemon. Trading card game is Pokemon. And then you have all these years. So Pokemon, I like to do like the 2001, I think. And you got the Yu-Gi-Oh!, the Magic the Gathering, Pokemon. Let's see, what card? So I have this, so I email a list of cards. I just started doing this every week to look at. Drew Brees was in the last email. Aaron Judge, rookie cards, was in the last email. Russell Westbrook was in. So if you guys want to get on this email list, go to psacollector.com and sign up. Somehow, I think there's a form you can fill out and you'll get these emails. So there's 2001 Pokemon Japanese. these kind of cards, these Pokemon cards, I think are undervalued right now. And a lot of collectors, American collectors, are overlooking these Japanese Pokemon cards. Especially the first edition, the Hollows, PSA 10s, you can't go wrong. These were like $100, I think. And they're rare. I think the Japanese are more rare. 2001 Japanese. Now, I'm not an expert in Pokemon cards, guys. I'm just going to show you some potentials out there. Pokemon Japanese. If you want to get familiar with the Pokemon stuff or any other sets, yeah, go to PSA card, and this is exactly what I did. Let's see. I'll type in Pokemon. Pokemon. Dang, I can't spell. There we go. Pokemon. And it shows you 1995 Pokemon Japanese Top Sun stickers. So these were like essentially the very first Pokemon memorabilia. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but the first Pokemon stuff out there. Okay, Charizard with the blue back. Top Sun. A lot of Pokemon cards know these Top Sun sets. And these were found in the vending machines in Japan, which are no longer in existence. However, there are guys out there who have boxes of these, but there's not that many left. So that's what got me looking into these Pokemon Top Sun cards, because of their very first, and they were definitely overlooked at the time I was buying those. I still have a bunch. I got a bunch of Pokemon I need to submit to PSA. I just haven't done it yet, because I go in and out of Pokemon. So 1996 Pokemon Japanese, basic stuff, guys. The Jungle Fossil, it's something you got to sit down and really look at. Watch other YouTubers who are familiar with the Pokemon stuff if you guys want to start getting into this, because there's hollows, there's base stuff. The newer cards are interesting. They have like GX cards, Pokemon. So my Pokemon card set, essentially, to look at are the 2001 Pokemon Japanese stuff, the first edition stuff. Awesome cards that you can't, let's see, Japanese Expedition. Okay, trying to jumble all this information around at once is difficult. And then go to Hollow. Make sure to type in Hollow. And if a lot of guys are guys and girls, they don't know which Pokemon to go for first. Obviously, I would go Charizard. The Charizard, the Mewtwo, Bulbasaur. I like picking up my champs, I can't really think right now, but there's definitely tons of options and potential in Pokemon cards, because these cards are not going to get injured. It's not like there's a season for Pokemon, just like there is for football. The market goes up and it goes down. No, Pokemon, it just steadily has been going up. So one of my favorite sets to look at into, I can't think right now. It's like what was it? It's like the Ice 2002. I'm pretty sure it was 2002. Ooh, there's a PSA 9 Hollow Venusaur. Yeah, if you guys want to get familiar with the Pokemon, download the Pokemon trading card game online, play the game, and you'll get familiar with who the strong Pokemon cards are. Like War Turtle, he's the Squirtle, he's the evolution. A lot of collectors like collecting Squirtle, and the lower evolution Pokemon. They also like collecting the third level evolution, which, like I said, I'm no Pokemon expert, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on Pokemon and going in and out, like getting knowledgeable about the hobby. Magic the Gathering is the same thing. There's so much untapped potential in other markets. I wish I could think of that. Set. Pokemon. It's like Ice Blast. What is it? Maybe it's 2001. It's really cool, guys. There's like they did a really good job with these cards, the earlier years specifically, and then the new stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the new stuff. Just go to 2018. My mind is so like I feel so dumb. Okay, let's see. What is the new? They're like the hyper secret rares, I think. Ah, man. Ooh, what is this? Garbage package? There it is. Ultra Shiny GX PSA 9 or 7. So these cards, this is Japanese version. Awesome collectability with these cards, guys. Especially if you get into the game, the actual game, Pokemon game. I think I had a great time. Here it is. These cards. Ultra Prism Secret. 2018. Leafeon. If you play the game, and it's like an online computer game, and you get really good at it, you know which Pokemons to get and which ones have collectability, instead of just like guessing. Also, I think these cards are good cards too. They're what are they called? They're like trainers, yeah, trainer cards, which some have really cool qualities to them. They allow you to. They even have all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna do my research on Pokemon before here we go. The energies. Yep. I need to go back and refresh my knowledge. So this is a energy that you can use. You know, if you read it right there. While this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides certain energy, but provides only one at a time. Just certain cool stuff. When a PSA 10 case, I think, would be collectible. So Pokemon, guys, go to psacard.com. Check out all of these trading card coins. I'm not really big on coins, but, you know, if you like coins, why not? Packs, even pins, tickets, boxing and wrestling cards, MMA cards. Look at these old school vintage boxing cards. 1886. Okay, only 6. Well, let's go to something with more population. Let's go 1910. What set is 1910? If you guys like these, I think they were cigarette pack cards. They were found as cigarette cards. Jack Johnson. Yeah, those are tobacco cards. Tons of potential in this stuff. Baseball too, cigarette packs, guys. I mean, buy them raw and ungraded online. Submit them in PSA. You just got to do your research and start thinking outside the box. But I wanted to share with you guys the 5 cards. Actually, I gave you a lot more than 5, I think. The cards that I think are good cards to pick up now that are affordable. And then I wanted to show you guys all the other options out there. Multi-sports cards. 1910. This is old cards. T218 champions. I'm not really familiar with this. I'm just clicking through and showing you guys. Billiards. Pool. Prize fighter. Playing billiards. Albert Cutler playing billiards. Wow, $5 for a PSA 5 from what is that? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not too familiar with boxing, but I definitely think there's potential in these old stuff. You just got to pick the right player, which is tough to find out. But if you're interested in boxing and MMA and wrestling, I think. Let's go up to the New Year's. What's going on in 2020? Let's do 2018. We got 7,000 in submission. Leaf 70th anniversary. I'm not sure. What? Let's do Panini Black Friday. What are we looking at here? Oh, this is basketball. Okay. I'm not sure why that's in the multi-sports category. So yeah, guys, check it out. Packs, pins, you name it. Minor league cards for baseball card collectors, guys. Lots of minor league stuff in here that's not listed in the baseball card category. It's listed in minor league cards. Non-sports cards. This is one of my favorite categories to look at and kind of, see if there's any potential. And I like to go to the newer stuff. So let's see. Not new, but you know what I mean. Let's do 1973. What happened in 1973? What kind of cards? So we got Kung Fu cards. We got Topps ugly stickers. Let's go to 84. I think 84 is a good year of not 84, 85. Let's do 86. Garbage Pail Kids. G.I. Joe cards? Little Shop of Horrors. Man, I went to a thrift store and they had boxes and boxes of the Little Shop of Horrors for like $5 a piece. I went home, I thought about it, and I came back the next weekend. They were all gone. Somebody picked them all up. So, I mean, I don't know if there's a market out there or not for the Little Shop of Horrors, but if there was, that guy made off whoever bought them. Wow, this is a PSA 10. G.I. Joe card. Who'd have thunk it? I never knew there was a G.I. Joe cards. 1986. Hasbro. Blowtorch. PSA 10. Sold for how much? Oh, in 2016. It was next to nothing. Dirt cheap. $2. I would have bought that at $2. PSA 10. I mean, G.I. Joe is always going to be in, like American culture as, kids. Always going to be Garbage Pail Kids. I'm not a really big fan, but I know there's a huge market for Garbage Pail Kids. If you guys have any or have ever see any, let's see. Hothead Harvey with copyright. PSA 10, $189. That's a knockoff of Transformers. It's just stuff like this you can look through. There's ALF cards. I remember I was buying Indiana Jones cards back in the day, collecting them. Like way back in the day, I thought Indiana Jones cards were going to be the future of, not the future, but I thought there was going to be a market. Let's see what else we got. So that's 80. Let's go. Marvel X-Men cards. I think are going to go up. They're going to get a market. People are going to want to collect, like comic book collectors. I think that they could potentially come over and start collecting. Let's see here. Okay, and I've actually looked into buying some of these because they're awesome cards. Some of them you got to look for the right set. And there are some rare ones. That's a hologram. Wolverine, Gambit. Let's see. Marvel. I mean, you can't. Marvel Universe, hologram. If you guys are into that kind of thing, there's trading cards out there that I think are being slept on. Black Panther. Look at these. Nobody's submitting this stuff. I mean, I would like to. Once I get a bigger office and more room, I would like to start collecting stuff like this. Spider-Man. The early Batman stuff, guys. I did a video, I think, on the early Batman cards. All kinds of options out there to spend, money on raw, ungraded cards. Submit to PSA, and this is a great way to have fun with it. Buy cheap, buy low, sell high. Once you get these cards PSA graded, if you find a lot of PSA cards or candidates, and they come back tens. There's money to be made. Packs. I'm not a big pack guy. I like submitting packs is expensive. Number one, I will buy some though if I see them on eBay. Of iconic sets, 87 Topps Tiffany pack. Oh wait, no, there's aren't packs. There's complete sets. But OPC stuff, OPC packs graded PSA 10. I've considered buying. I think they're cool to have and cool to display. Tickets even. But that's enough with me ranting, guys. I'm going to answer some questions. Sorry I've been kind of going off. Hard to find that old stuff. Yep. Full art trainer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my my trading card lingo is way off. Secret rares are very collectible. Yep, Pokemon cards. Hidden Fates 2019. Yeah, they even got Pokemon cards at Target and Walmart you can buy. The newer stuff. If I try to look for the old stuff, old packs, there is a website. I'm not sure. I deleted it. I had it up here. That tells you all about the Pokemon card sets and like the packs. What if you want to pull like a Charizard, a certain Charizard card? It tells you what pack to buy it is, and that's another reason I like that Pokemon trading card game online is because it lets you know what cards you can pull from what packs. It's interesting how that's all set up. But definitely go check out the Pokemon online trading card game if you guys want to get into Pokemon cards. It's a great way to get familiar with what is going on in that. And Magic the Gathering, there's one online, an online Magic the Gathering game you can do as well to get familiar with it. However, like it's pretty advanced for me. I tried to figure it out, but it was, I had a lot more, it's time consuming for me. I think I'm going to talk with that about with Vegas Finds. I'm going to talk, he knows a lot about the Magic the Gathering stuff, and he's going to come on to my channel, and we're going to talk about the market and the potential in the market. Charizard is Mike Trout of Pokemon. Yeah, Charizard is the LeBron James, Mike Trout, Drew Brees of Pokemon cards. And then Mewtwo. I think Mewtwo is a hot one that people collect. Gengar. Lugia. All kinds of potential out there. I think it's Lugia. I like Machamp myself. Machamp. Yeah, get on eBay. Also, you get and do your research on eBay with Pokemon cards. But guys, that's it. I wanted to do a quick live stream, let you guys know some cards I'm picking up and looking at, and I think are solid investments. I would never recommend buying a card if I didn't think that it was a good investment. Now, this hobby is, there's no right or wrong way to collect and invest. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. This is just me speculating and talking about the hobby and the trading cards in general. So, it's your guys' money. I'm not going to tell you how to spend it. And I don't expect you guys to do that with me either. It's your money. Do what you want with it. Spend it wisely. Buy what you want to buy. If you want to buy all new stuff, buy all new stuff. If you want to buy 1977 Pokemon Nintendo cards, packs, buy that. I mean, that's a vintage baseball. Can't go wrong with vintage baseball. So basketball even, man. I've been looking more and more. I can't believe I didn't realize there was a 1957 Topps basketball card set. I'm glad I didn't make a video on it. I found out live stream in front of you guys. How embarrassing. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure to like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check me out on Patreon.com if you want to take your collecting to the next level. Do live one-on-ones with me. Get a leg up in the hobby. I've released my videos to my patrons earlier. And have a good weekend, all. God bless, and I'll see you all soon, all right? Next video.